Hello everybody and welcome back to Dividend Growth UK. I'm David. Today I'm doing something a little different. No dividend numbers, no market commentary. Instead, I want to talk about the platform that I use to manage my entire portfolio, both my ISA and my SIPP. And that platform is Interactive Investor, or II, as most people call it. Now I want to be upfront. Firstly, I do have an affiliate link for II in the description. Means if you sign up through it, I get a small referral fee, so you know that's there. But that's also exactly why I want to be balanced, because if I just said everything was brilliant and you signed up and found it wasn't, that's not good for anyone. So this isn't just a passive user giving a review. I'm a customer who cares enough about the platform to try and make it better. And for me, that context matters. Right, let's crack on. So for anyone who hasn't come across it, Interactive Investor is one of the UK's largest investment platforms. It's been around since 1995. So it's not a new fintech startup, it's an established, regulated platform with a long track record. Personally been using it since May 2017. So I've been with them through the rebrand, through various platform updates, and through nearly 8 years of investing. That's not a short-term relationship, and I think that context matters when I tell you what I think of it. So you can hold an ISA, a SIPP, a general investment account, and a junior ISA all in one place. It covers shares, investment trusts, funds, ETFs, bonds, pretty much anything you'd want to invest in on the London Stock Exchange and many international markets also. It's owned by Aberdeen, one of the UK's largest asset managers, which gives it institutional backing. So let me start with what I genuinely like about Interactive Investor. And there are a few things. Firstly, the flat fee pricing. Most investment platforms charge a percentage of your portfolio. Hargreaves Lansdowne, for example, charges up to 0.45%. That's £143.88 a year on my portfolio size. Now that's a massive saving, and as my portfolio grows, that fee stays the same. Interactive Investor doesn't penalise you for growing your wealth. For anyone with a portfolio above roughly £50,000 to £60,000, that flat fee model almost certainly works out cheaper. Below that, it's worth doing the maths. Now I hold everything from UK listed stocks to US REITs to Canadian utility companies and finally covered call ETFs. Now there have been some funds that I've been interested in that sadly Interactive Investor hasn't had listed, but these have been very few and far between. Now free regular investment plan. Now this is underrated. Interactive Investor lets you set up automatic regular investments. You tell it what to buy, how much and how often, and it just does it. And crucially, for regular investments, there's no dealing charge. For any £1 cost averaging into positions, which is exactly what I do with my ISA and SIPP, this is genuinely useful and saves money every month. Right, so the cons. Now the honest part. This is where I have real frustrations with the platform. Now the name says interact, but the platform isn't. And I'm going to be direct here. Interactive Investor is not very interactive at all. At least not in the way that matters to a dividend investor. And I say this as someone who's been on the platform for years and genuinely likes it overall. Here's what I mean. Once your money is invested, the platform is essentially static. You can see your holdings, you can see their current values, you can see what you paid, but the analytical layer, the bit that helps you understand how your portfolio is actually performing over time, is almost completely absent. No portfolio growth tracking. There is no chart showing how my total portfolio value has changed over time. None. I can't look at the graph and see that my ISA was worth £130,000 18 months ago and now it's worth almost 165. That basic piece of information, how has my wealth grown, is not available on the platform. I have to track it myself in a spreadsheet. No dividend income history. Now this one baffles me the most. I'm a dividend investor. Dividend income is literally the point of everything I do. And there is no way to see a summary of dividend income received by month, by year, by holding, anywhere on the platform. I can go into individual transactions and piece it together manually, but there's no dashboard, no summary, no running total. Next up, no sector breakdown. Now I have 20 holdings in my ISA across energy, property, infrastructure, financials, and covered call ETFs. If I want to know how much my portfolio is in any given sector, I have to calculate it myself. Again, the platform knows what I hold. It could tell me in seconds, but it doesn't. And finally, no dividend calendar. When are my next dividends due? Which holdings of mine are going to pay in May? Which ones pay quarterly? There's no calendar view, no forward projection, nothing. For a platform used by tens of thousands of income investors, the absence of a dividend calendar is genuinely hard to understand. Now here's where it gets personal, because I didn't just sit and complain about these things. I'm actually trying to do something about it. And a few weeks ago, I sent a formal email to Interactive Investor laying out exactly these 4 missing features: portfolio growth tracking, dividend income history, sector breakdown, dividend calendar. I made the case for each one clearly and constructively, and I posted on their community forum about it too, under the same handle as this channel, Dividend Growth UK. Now the post got a really positive feedback, several likes and a good number of comments from other interactive investor users who feel exactly the same way. Now I, to their credit, are genuinely very good at responding to feedback. I've had acknowledgement and they said they'll look into it. Now whether that translates into actual changes, I genuinely don't know, but at least the feedback is on their radar, and with community support behind it, hopefully it carries a little more weight, and I'll update if anything changes. So, is Interactive Investor the right platform for you? If you have a growing platform above £50,000 to £60,000 and you want your ISA and SIPP in one place with access to a wide range of investments, the flat fee model makes II genuinely compelling on cost alone. That's saving compounds over time, and that matters. If you're a dividend investor who wants detailed income analysis, portfolio growth charts and a dividend calendar built in, right now, Interactive Investor doesn't give you that. You'll need to track it yourself or use a third-party tool. Now I stay with Interactive Investor because of the flat fee pricing. It makes financial sense at my portfolio size, and because the range of investments covers everything I want to hold. The frustrations are real, but they're not deal breakers for me. They're gaps I work around. But I do think II is leaving a significant opportunity on the table. So that's my honest review of Interactive Investor after years of using it for both my ISA and my SIPP. Now remember, I was a kid from a council estate in Stockton-on-Tees. I discovered dividend investing, and now after several years I have a portfolio of over £360,000. So if it sounds like something you'd be interested in, please subscribe and drop a comment, especially if you're an Interactive Investor user and you agree or disagree with anything I've had to say here. Now until next time, bye bye now.